why I love music. One, I'm in love, it's my idea of a good time. Got no trouble finding the right rhyme. So not the road, that's why I love. All my time with.
Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2, test. Test 1 2. Hello everyone, what's going on? Jen Nessa here, doing some checks. Test 1 2. Live streaming. I need to do some dialogue so I can sync the audio. Hello everyone, what's going on? Jen Nessa here, doing some checks. Live streaming. I need to do some dialogue so I can sync the audio. Alright, need to adjust the stream quality as well. Alright, test 1 2, test 1 2. I am looking for the ability. I'm trying to sync the audio. Audio 1 2 3 4 5 sync. Alright, audio 1 2 3 4 5 sync. Audio 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. Sync, 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 sync. I am the very model of a modern major general. Okay, actually that looks like it syncs up pretty good. Alright, just want to make sure. Hello everyone, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I got a conference that's happening later on this week, and I'm just making sure that I have the ability to sync up with everything. So hopefully everything's coming good on your guys' end. I'm looking at the feed right now. I know we don't really have an audience today. That wasn't the plan, but yeah, that's what we're doing.
Electrified, I think I got no choice. Let me see if I can make it longer.
Oh, good, I got even less time. Alright, let's add some microphones. Alright, let's add some microphones. Microphone time. Oh, let's get a little bit of desktop audio. Well, sure, we'll see. We'll see how that. We'll see how this plays out. Well, actually, that's. Oh, we're getting feedback. Sorry, guys. If you don't want to go, you don't have to go. I got stuff. I definitely got stuff to do. Alright, test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Oh, I forgot. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Why is YouTube's good and this is not good? Check YouTube, I guess. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Definitely a longer delay on YouTube. All right. All right. Syncing audio. 1 2 3 4 5. Sync. I need to find a happy middle ground. Alright. Syncing audio. 1 2 3 4 5. Sync. Syncing audio, 200 millisecond delay. 1 2 3 4 5. Sync. Repeat, 200 millisecond. 1 2 3 4 5. Sync. One, 2 3 4 5. Sync. One, 2 3 4 5. Sync. One, 2 3 4 5. Sync. Alright, 1 2 3 4 5. Sync at negative 100 milliseconds. Negative 125 millisecond delay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. Alright, I think that's about as crisp as I'm gonna get that. Let's check what it sounds like on YouTube. Oh, I forgot. I still got to sync it. All right, negative 125 millisecond delay. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. I should just go to full screen. Okay, I'm gonna try it again. Alrighty, and I don't think I have. Yeah, there's no background music. All right, syncing audio on YouTube. Negative 125 milliseconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. Okay, yeah, we definitely went the other way on that one. All right, syncing audio on Twitch. Negative 125 milliseconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. It's just being a little froggy, and I don't know why it's doing that. So let's cut the difference. All right. Syncing audio, negative 75 milliseconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync on Twitch. Beans. It looks like caca. Okay, syncing audio on Twitch, negative 150 milliseconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. I think like 100 might be the sweet spot. Syncing audio, negative 100 milliseconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, sync. Oh. Okay, let's see what it looks like on Bookface. Let's take a look at the page. I'm going live. Yeah. Okay. All right. Syncing on Facebook. Negative 100 milliseconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sync. That's not the best, but it's a hell of a lot closer than what it was. Alright, it's a lot better than anything else. Like, the problem is like, there's parts of the audio that sound okay, and then there's parts of the audio that is just like, Yeah, it's just kind of garbage. Let me reset it to 0. Because this conference is not going to be streaming on any of the Twitch accounts. Or they don't have a Twitch account, so I don't have to worry about streaming specific on that. So the 2 primary accounts are going to be Facebook, and I think we might end up doing LinkedIn. So we'll see. I think YouTube and Facebook right now are just going to be the 2 things that I really need to focus on. Yeah, because that syncs up much better when we put it at 0 milliseconds, and that's exactly where the happy spot for YouTube was. So I'm not sure why Twitch is the one that's a little funky, because it shouldn't be. But let's go back to, I mean, I know you guys can't see anything on my end. I basically have a tablet that's running all the different various streaming locations that I'm working on, and that allows me to look or see what that looks like. So we got two viewers. Thank you guys for whoever's jumping on and hanging out. But we will, let's see, Twitch again. We don't need to really worry about it. But again, so now I'm looking at Twitch, and I'm going to do a little bit of running dialogue here from the 4th through the 5th. I'm going to be at Santa Ana Star Casino, working with the Special Olympics New Mexico Law Enforcement Torch Run to film and record and stream their conference. I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, that's weird. There's just like a 100 millisecond delay, because that's where the sweet spot was on Twitch. But let's pause that, and I just want to check in and see what YouTube looks like. So again, the whole point and goal of this test stream is just to make sure that I got good audio and everything looks right on all the platforms that we're going to be broadcasting this on. We're going to simulcast, so we're going to do multiple cameras all going into one feed, all being able to be manipulated off my open broadcast software, and then that will allow me to stream onto the various platforms that this organization owns and operates, so, or at least for their particular pages. Okay. I am running into some issues because the quality is garbaggio. Alright. Let's see, what's our next thing? Oh man, I need some tea, that's for sure. Okay, whatever. Alright, so we're going to go and set up some microphones. We got a Nadu mic system that we're going to be using for the conference. So let's go ahead and bust this bad boy out. This was one of the ones that was recommended to me. It was supposed to be good build quality, yada yada blah blah blah, taco sauce and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open, deploy it, make sure that we got, I know you guys can't see a damn thing right now, but I'll get multiple cameras up so we can get that going. We got our blade right here. And then we have all 4 of our Nikin microphones. XLR. Some antennas. Plug this guy in. Get the antennas on. computers galore. I got who's its and what's its aplenty. Working room right now. Stand by, everybody. Plenty. Necessary. Where? It's my pack of SD cards. Can't go home without them. SD card. Cable. Alright, now we're going to need, what kind of connection? We're going to need that's enough. That little twisty poo. Okay, looks like we are just going to do a traditional jack out. Let's get this undone. We have it there. I'm also going to be running karaoke at this event, which is pretty exciting. This is what happens when you guys get old. Okay, so I need get the crutches out of the way. Jacked up foot. These batteries right here. Bean. As well as this. Move this guy over. Room. Now, cable box. This is where I store all of my auxiliary gear, any spares, any extras. That tapped up too, but whatever. Yeah, so we have extra Type-C to Type-C. We have our, I believe these are our HDI minis to HDI full. A couple of random cables I just haven't organized. We have our video capture cards. This is what we plug our other cameras into and port them and port that feed into the desktop. HDMI cable, HDMI cable, HDMI cable. Seems like it's a lot, but for the system that I use, effectively just on the cameras alone, uses 2 separate HDMI cables to transfer the video feed to a monitor, and then that monitor does an output feed into a transmitter so that I can operate wirelessly. I'm always a big fan, like as far as my productions are concerned, specifically with conferences, I like my cameras to have the capability of just being able to move anywhere. Not that I guess I could just have a 4th camera that's connected to a feed, but with that wireless transmitter, it allows that camera to move up to 500 feet from the command center, the production command center, and get whatever shots is necessary. And Once again, this is what I was looking for. This is my jack out. So we'll plumb that into 4, and then we'll get the out going. And we're gonna get our blade on. Is there like any film on this? I bet you there is. Alright, we'll power this up. So this system is a system that only broadcasts in 4 different frequencies. So you can't modulate that frequency at all to, in case, like, say, like someone else or some other systems also using that frequency, which in turn will make it very difficult. Make it very difficult for your system to. Okay, so if someone else is using that frequency, you're going to get interference with it, and you might actually end up picking up their audio, which you're not. It's, you know, obviously that's not ideal, but it is a possibility that that could happen. So I believe, yep, we have some pack of AA's right here. Let's go ahead and crack this bad boy open. Alright, so we'll pop this up. This is my actually first time plumbing all this stuff in, and so I don't mind actually setting up this stream live, which I think is kind of to the strength of what I'm able to do. So we're going to actually cut sound real quick and see if I could start getting sound on this microphone here. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hello everyone, what's going on? Janessa here. Hello everyone, what's going on? Janessa here. You guys might have heard a bit of a mute on that, which isn't a bad thing, right? That's obviously where you get the difference in clarity, depending on the mic and all the diaphragms that are within a microphone. The H6 actually has a really clear and clean diaphragm, so you get to hear just basically everything. This one has a little bit. You could tell this one is designed to pick up more of those basses, which makes spoken word sound a whole lot better. Yeah, I'm still like confused on this audio. But first off, we got a successful test of microphone D. So I believe all of these are maxed out. So let's go ahead and get batteries in and move forward from there. So, the audio sync, that's what I'm confused on. I got like a 30-second delay in my ear from picking up the rest of the stream, so I could see how that sounds. Hello out there in Facebook land. Thank you for joining me. I'm just doing a lot of my production checks. Got our microphone system that we'll be implementing at the conference, which is going to be nice. You guys have just now probably heard a change of audio because I just moved back over to the H6, which that's what, that's the whole point and purpose of this system, is to be able to jump from one to the other or utilize audio in a different capacity. Kayla? Hey, Kayla. What's going on? How are you? Good to hear from you. How are things going? I'm getting messages somewhere. I got 2 phones and 2 everything going on. I hope you're doing well. Aww. Shit, girl, I miss your face too. Thank you for jumping on. How's everything been? Hope you're doing well. Thanks. I'm in kind of like slob mode. This is like, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. I got a crazy week. The week before, I conducted a drone class for my drone school. That was immensely fun and exciting. And then this week, I've just been doing nothing but conference prep, making final purchases, going through equipment. And so today, like, I kind of just told everyone, actually, I still got a meeting at 2 o'clock. The intern that I'm bringing on for the production, I'm going to go and show her how to set up some of the camera equipment and to integrate it into like you know, the software that we're going to be utilizing later on. So it's I supposed to be my other day off. I helped a real good friend of mine out with her car yesterday. She was I guess her gas tank fell off and just the strap on it just broke, so we went to U-Pull it, kind of showed her that whole thing, and got her car working and back to good working order. So still working, same place, ugh. Yeah, no, I gotcha. You know, well, you know what, I'll tell you this, in today's economy, it's a good thing that we're still just working, right? But man, it's been a minute. I hope you're doing okay. Oh. Alright, I already dropped in one microphone. You already know. I sure do. I sure do. You know, I'm fortunate to have a good lucky job where I work salary, and that they're very supportive of my extracurriculars, so that I'm still able to do big functions like this for an amazing organization, which, if you don't know, I'm going to be filming and producing a simulcast live stream for the Special Olympics New Mexico and Law Enforcement Torch Run. Their state conference is happening next week. So just trying to check all those boxes off right now, just to ensure that there's no hiccups and the whole conference could go off without a hitch. You know, things get a little crazy at these conferences, not because it's not because like they have wild parties. It's just like you know, there's a lot of moving parts, and just to make sure that at least on my end, we're covered on all the good stuff. So now we're going to go ahead and test microphones right now. So we're going to go ahead and switch over. So audio. Hello everyone, what's going on? Janessa here, testing audio just to see how that's coming in. I got the 30-second delay, so stand by everybody. All right, green is good. Hello everyone, what's going on? Janessa here. I am on the purple mic, having it beamed directly into our receiver, which then sends it to the H6, which then sends it to my computer, which then the software processes it all and throws it all together. So this one is purple. Hope it sounds fantastic. Hello everyone, what's going on? Janessa here. I am now on the orange microphone testing audio. I'm pretty excited to be doing this. It's so amazing. It's just fantastic because I love production stuff. I'm a big nerd. Hold on. I need to put my glasses on. Glasses are on, nerd mode activated. Orange mic is good. All right, we are testing audio for the yellow mic. Yellow mic 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Docky Dog. Janessa's at the door. Oh man, I hope someone clips that one on Twitch. All right, yellow sounds good. I'm getting the feedback, or the feed audio sounds fantastic. How exciting! Now I have four working microphones that are able to integrate into the system. Very excited about that. Oh yeah, I should probably turn back on the audio. Oh man, please don't get me fired. Okay, so anyway, so what I was talking about, we're good on audio, which is great. That was one of the things that I was kind of worried about. Not necessarily with this brand. This brand was really highly recommended, and I knew is. Let me since I'm good with audio, I could kind of go ahead and downgrade this. Okay, so just to be a little succinct, this is a video capture card. I learned a long time ago in production that you can't just take an HDMI cable and plumb it into your computer. First off, those are in your computer, they have HDMI outs, so it's actually wanting to send signal out, not put signal in through that port. Or if you get an HDMI to Type-C or HDMI to USB, you're going to get a jumbled mess because you need something to decode all that and effectively turn any camera feed into a webcam. And so what I was showing you when I pointed out that other webcam is it's effectively what you want to use. So for my productions, I use Canon XA40s and XA55s. They kind of look like handy cams, but they're on the prosumer, and the X55 is on the professional level. So you get really great video quality, low light quality, good color, and you really don't have to mess with anything. And they're very, very mobile. So hopefully you could, I'm pretty sure you could hear me now. So, but my bangs are driving me crazy. So sorry, I look like a hobo. So let me go ahead and, so the plan is right now is I'm going to DC. Exit. Yep. Okay. So the plan is to DC, put all this back up. And then let's get one of the cameras working. So, or check to see if the camera's working, and I'll walk you guys through that. If I look like a hobo, because I'm being hobo, it's weekend time. For me, I got a meeting at 1 o'clock, so I'll get all, or at 2 o'clock, so I'll get all fancy then. So, all right. So this is really good. Actually, what I'm just going to do is I'm going to move that audio jack to over here and do it this way. So Kayla, what have you been up to, girl? Like, I miss a lot of you guys. I get to see you, some of you every now and then. I don't poke my head into the casinos all that often, but do really miss you guys. I help a buddy out who owns like a casino, like kind of like a party casino business. So I'll go and deal for him every now and then. That kind of scratches that itch. And it's you know, it's always a lot of fun. It is. For me to say that it's not is lying. I'll oftentimes deal craps for him, sometimes poker, but you know, it's enough to remind me that not that I don't miss it, but it's enough to remind me that it's fun until it's not fun. If that makes sense. But a casino part. At those casino party events, it's always a good time. The guy does a really amazing job of setting the mood and having a lot of fun. So much credit to him. But again, it's that reminder where, you know, I'm kind of glad I was able to move on to bigger and better things. So I know, no hate to the industry. It's a fun industry. It's a good industry. All right, that should be it. Don't need that. Aw, how cute. It's telling you how to plumb it into a separate MIDI. That's adorable. Don't need that. Let's go ahead and rip those instructions up. Alright. So, let's start with the XA40s. And then we'll get that set up. Make sure I have everything that I need. And we are actually going to... Oh, not that one. It just says ahead. So, my tripod of choice are Benros. They're just really, really solid tripods. They are only... They go up to 6 feet, but the legs are really phenomenal, and it's really just a small twist. I don't like the little clips, and I don't like the speed ones. You don't visit? I know. Well, I visit every now and then, but I know that's not good enough. You're old now. Girl, wait until you get my age. But I found that the Benros are just an awesome platform to use. And I'll tell you why here in a second, because every now and then I do work for fire departments and capture training videos for them. And I'll have to bunk up at times as well. And when you bunk up, you're wearing gloves and you got to have all your PPE, right? Just because you're running a camera doesn't mean that alleviates you for any of the safety protocols. And so I really like these ones because of these gigantic twist grips that they have to open it up. So even where I'm wearing big gloves, I don't need to have any I don't have to have extra dexterity in order to use them to use this accordingly. So we're just gonna really pop this guy up right here, and then we'll put that together. You don't visit. Mm-hmm. I do need to. You do? Oh, I didn't know you worked those events. That's cool. Not anymore. Okay. All right. You're old now. You are not old. I guess I read that wrong. All right. So this is a plate. We're going to put the camera on the bottom of that plate. But let's go ahead and grab that camera. And... Oh. Alright, we'll start with the XA40. Good, this is the one I wanted to work with anyway. Alright, so so the XA40 consists, and I'll show you what we're working with. I remember you telling me about the fire department a long time ago. It's been a minute, has it not? It has been a minute. So I'm no longer with fire. I got offered a position to fly drones full time. So now I'm a pilot operations and training specialist for a company called True North. So now I get to go all across the country, fly critical infrastructure, flight profiles. And when I'm not doing that, I get to put together trainings or train people how to fly our particular flight profiles or do marketing stuff, which is always fun. Okay, so let's get specific with some of this stuff. I'm actually glad that we preloaded everything. Okay, so we'll go through the camera equipment piece by piece. So this is the XA40. Like I said, it looks like a handy cam, but don't be deceived because as compared to like a regular handy cam, no, actually let's get some light on real quick. See how large that bulb is? So that's what you definitely want to have when it comes to production. You want to be able to capture as much light as possible. So that's why these are on the prosumer level rather than like a consumer one or like a mom and pop kind of thing. I won't say that these things are the most priciest things in the whole wide world, but I've worked with them before in other conferences and they were phenomenal. So I ended up investing and getting a trio or two of these and then an X55 to do more intricate and beautiful, what's it called? Interview stuff. So yeah, we're going to start with this. This is our X55. And let me put the camera down so that we could work more here. And then you guys can see how we're going to plate all that up. We also have Viltrox batteries. These batteries are pretty chunky, but they're going to operate our transmitter and our wireless, like our wireless transmitter and our monitor. So let me... Oh. This right here is our Mars 400S. This is our wireless transmitter and receivers. Those go, we station the receiver near the command center. That command center in turn is going to get the feed from this camera and then put it into, send it through the transmitter. Receiver is going to capture it. That's going to plumb into the video capture card that you see right here, and it's going to receive the feed. And this gives us about 400-foot distance from the command center just to be able to remotely go anywhere that we need to go. Then we have, so this camera, all the cameras have their own colors. This is the red camera. And then we have, now I know there's better monitors out there, guys. I'm not trying to, like, I just want everyone to understand. This is not a primo build. I'm not trying to make a primo build. This is for a conference. This is live streamed at 720p. If the speed is fast enough, if I could get 1080, I could get 1080. So I know what I'm working with, and these cameras could film at beautiful speed. So whatever I'm getting on this end of OBS, that's what's going to get recorded into one piece, so I don't have to edit later. So, and plus, I bring on a lot of students from local colleges or just out of colleges anywhere and teach them about production. So, well, I'm sure it'd be grand for them to work on $10,000, $20,000 camera setups. The fact of the matter is, stuff gets broken. I don't feel like replacing it because I don't like to charge these organizations because I specifically work with 501c3 or 501c charities or C3 charities. Fuck, I always mess it up. So I don't like to really charge a whole lot. So when if something like this would fall over and break, that's effectively already costing me money because most of the money I try to put back into the students and pay them so that they're just not feeling used and abused in a system that already uses and abuses production people. All right, so these are our spare batteries for the Canon. I believe these are BP 870s. These Viltrox are 9. I forgot the number on them. The F970s. Okay, so these are our major components that we're going to be working with. We also have production tape. Anyone who does production, get production tape, guys. Get production tape. it matters. You could set it for your camera. You could put your 1 position, your 2nd positions, not just for your subjects, but also for your camera, especially if you're kind of doing a little bit more guerrilla style. And then of course, every setup, you know, to charge all these batteries, I got a 60-watt charger here and a couple cables. So then I have effectively the jewelry of the camera. This is what's going to house all the additional equipment. So we're going to go from there. So I'm going to slide in the shoe. I'm going to put that in, put that on, and then we're going to, and this actually, I believe this one specifically is missing a another cold shoe. That's like a multi-directional cold shoe. So I need to put that in. All right, so we got that. Let's dump all these covers. And we're going to HDMI mini. Okay, that's full to full. HDMI mini to full. Let me see if I could. There we go. Mini to full. And let's plug that in. All right, mini to full, and that's our in. Actually, guys, before we go any further, let's get the plate on, and let's get this on the, I don't know if you guys don't know how to put on a plate. Usually there's a little thing on the bottom. You take the plate screw that slides independent and you connect it. We'll lift the camera up a little bit just here in a second. There we go. And then we're going to want to cinch that down. It's very important that you let that plate sit where it's going to sit comfortably. And I should also warn, if you're needing to change batteries, this then also can become an issue. So make sure that you set that plate in a way that when you put your it on your camera, your tripod head, that it's not going to impede you from changing out those batteries, or else you're going to make your techs have to DC this from this, or DC the plate itself, and then that's just always a world of issues. Make sure your plates, you also carry an Allen wrench. Most heads are going to already come with one. They don't need to be cinched down terribly, especially if you got a good head to work with, because all that does is just what's it called? Strips the bolt. We're going to do this final check, or this final cinch down, which is this guy right here. I know the color is really off, but so even if, what I like about Benro is that they know that accidents happen. So even if you don't cinch that down, there's a method where you have to hit a here, let's open this up, where you have to hit this release button in the back, and it's not going to come off without that release button. To be honest, the tripods were almost half as much as the cameras were, and I'm not bothered by that whatsoever. Not whatsoever, because not having good a good foundation for these things to work off of, and perform and get set up, and especially with the type of productions that I do, where it's a lot of movement, it's a lot of setup, and we're not always going to be stationary. I want to make sure that all this stuff is working, or that all this stuff is going to be nice and stable. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is that we need to connect our Mars 400 system. So these, I believe these were like $500 when I first bought them. The price has gone down because they have a different iteration of it right now. But this is effectively what they look like. They're really no bigger than, an old cell phone from back in the day. And you're going to have two of them. You're going to have your blue and your red. You have your transmitter and your receiver. So if you're ever trying to figure out which one's supposed to go where, you want to know, you got a video feed. Video comes from this one, and we're sending that out. So that means we are transmitting it. So we're going to use the transmitter. ultimately there's going to be an invisible line that connects the one to the other, and you got the receiver. The receiver is going to send that, and then that's what's going to plug into your sound or your setup. So I think we're just going, we could go all wireless. So it does come with a AC adapter, so you could plug in at least one of them. I know you could buy the adapters and plug in later on, but that's not something, that's something that I do when I have Command Center going. When I'm kind of, later today when I'm meeting up with one of the interns, I'm going to show her this system all wirelessly. And what's great is that you could plug in a 970, F970 into the back of these, and they will power up just fine. It is going to be a little bit weighty, which is the one thing that I want to note. Whatever you're using to put this on the camera, ensure that it can manage that weight, because you don't want to have this, plug this, or, have everything here balanced, and then it gets tipped over the second that you put these on. So I get the big chunky ones just because these conferences go for hours at a time, and I just want to make sure that I have the ability to switch accordingly. But I'm going to use this C-clamp as well as an articulating arm, a mini articulating arm, to get this set right on top of it. And I'll move up the camera here momentarily so that you guys can see that. But we got to make sure we got our antennas. Let's put those antennas on. Antenna 1. Antenna 2. We'll grab another Viltrix battery. Actually, you know what? I wanted to try this one. This one I bought when I was still at the department. Then I left the department, and then I didn't have a camera that could use it anymore because I bought it with my own money and plumbed it in. But looks like power's right up, and that's all I wanted to see. And let's get what I like. Mars, just our Hollyland always sends in with an extra antenna just in case you lose one. Honestly, if you guys have any intention on utilizing any of these wireless components, go with Hollyland. Go, especially if you're a young, young, small creator, and you're trying to do a setup similar to this. I'm just telling you, these are the way to go. Well, so now I have my receiver. That's going to set over here off on the side, and I'll plumb that into. I'll need one of the HDMI cables, which I'll have to grab another one. And let's see, I don't need a shoe. Alright, what I like about these C-clamps is they have their own connection on the back. And I'm going to use the, just a threaded connection to plumb that in. To the back of it. We're going to cinch that down nice and good. That then is going to get clamped onto this guy here. But I will, I'll switch it this way. We'll clamp that on here. Alright, and I'm actually going to remove the battery from the transmitter real quick. And that has a little release button up top, and that slides right off. And then I'm gonna plumb that guy here. So there's multiple ways to do this. I could set the, let's see. Let's lift this up because we're starting to move from there. Okay. So there's, there's multiple ways to skin a cat. If anyone tells you there's only one way to do this, they're stupid, because they either work for someone or they've only learned one way to do it, and that oftentimes causes conflict when two different production teams work with each other, because you're always going to have a little bit of machismo that comes into play, and they're going to try to convince you that your way doesn't work. So I'm a big proponent for small creators not having to purchase the most expensive stuff. When I filmed my first TV show, we got really bad advice and bought a lot of equipment that we didn't need and equipment that we didn't understand. And it was industry standard to them But at the same time, this was like around the era where industry standard $10,000, $20,000 pieces of equipment was starting to go to the way of the dodo because technology was starting to get smaller and cheaper and better for creators. So that being said, yeah, if it works, it works. That's it. If it works, it works. This idea that you have to come up with like this multi-million-dollar streaming studio to be successful is silly. To be honest, you could film off a potato. The biggest factor is audio. If you could get good audio, whether you're mic'd up with, you have a boom mic, you have a lavalier, you're doing off like a hand mic, or even using the H6, which I know is a little open because it doesn't have any of the bass tones. But audio matters more than anything else. I hate to say it, but it is. And if you ever have worked with an audio engineer and audio mixer, man, are they worth their weight in gold. My best friend, fortunately, around the same time I got into production, he jumped in with me and he learned how to do audio in that capacity. We had some rough spots, but afterwards, his aptitude with audio just completely started upping our production game. But, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, so I am wanting to reduce. Okay, so I like where this is at, but I'm wanting to reduce how much leverage is getting pulled on this. So oh, I might not have an option. Interesting. All right. Wow. Let's switch it. Well, see, that's what makes it so a little funky. All right, let's put this right here. I'm gonna put that clamp down. Sorry, I didn't mean to get on a soapbox with you guys on that stuff. It does bother me. I've worked with professionals who have been in the industry for a very, very long time and dealt with their neuroses of how production should or should not be, and I think sometimes they led other people in this industry who are just getting in down the wrong path because it's not how we used to do it. I mean, I've seen people produce phenomenal stuff off of what's it called, that Apple Cut Pro. So it's all subjective. It really, really is. Okay, so now we got these guys. I'm just going to be happy with how this looks at the moment. It's not ideal, but this is kind of where we're at the moment. But again, we're testing some of this stuff. We're going to go ahead and do the HDMI out, and we're going to plumb it into the back of the transmitter, which has an HDMI in right next to it. So we'll just, and these are full-size HDMI components or pieces. I don't know why it was so sloppy on that one. Okay. And we need a battery for the monitor. And you could see where these F970s will just plumb right in. And again, I use these specifically because they have long life. So we're just going to turn that on. I think this is the first time this guy powered up. So, yep, there we go. And let's get this guy turned on. Set that to camera. And we do have multiple monitors. I do have a flip out right here. So let's zoom out. And we got the histogram on, which I don't want. So let's turn some things off. Oh, interesting. All right, let's see if that interferes with the feed, because I'll worry about that later. But I want to show you guys, boom, there's our monitor. So we got our camera that's taken in the video. We have it outputting to the monitor. The monitor then is outputting to the transmitter. And that transmitter is sitting on channel 8, and we need to get on channel 8 over here. So I do have multiple sets of these, and sometimes they're paired specifically with other ones. So we might have to pull out the other ones and just see if its partner is the wrong one. So, which I'm thinking is the case. So, because we're getting no video, and I'm transmitting here. This is going to be kind of like a pain in the butt. But what I want you guys to see how we have, it's probably not going to focus, but we have information all right. Yeah, it's letting me know that we are on a channel. Here, we'll pull it up on this one. Come on, focus. There you go. So the receiver is stating no channel, but our transmitter is stating channel 5. So that's letting us know that these two are talking together. And I already switched the channels around just to see if that would sync it, and it didn't sync it. So we're going to have to utilize, or we're going to have to go to the other boxes and pull out those transmitters, and hopefully we could find it right away. So stand by. Ugh. But anyways, beyond that, this is what the fully realized camera setup is going to look like. And again, the coloration is just absolutely phenomenal. Even in this low light, which we have a lot of light coming this way from my monitors, and I have a camera right there, or some lighting up above, we're still getting really good feed. So you guys will be able to see that here in a second once I get this next camera on board. So I'm going to go to the blue case, which has, it's set up all identical. So I have another Hollyland Mars 400 system. And I'm sorry if you guys can't hear me, I'll shout a little bit louder. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab the receiver and another battery from this pack. So, because I really don't need to pull out any of the other equipment. Okay, so here also, so it's swing and a miss. Also another one that's not getting. So we have both the receivers not receiving. So let's go to the third one, which is our black camera, or what my team in my team know as the black camera. And that's an XA55. Alrighty. Put that there. And you guys will get a special appearance by Dusa May. Oh. Alright, and we'll have to grab another battery, which I have plenty of. Alright, let's turn you on, and waiting to see if we have any feed. Oh, and it is a swing and a miss for all three. Which is very interesting. What do we... And this is why we do the tests, guys. This is exactly why we do the tests. Curious and curiouser. Well, all we could do is just reboot this and see if we could... Oh, we had feed. We had feed. Dang. Okay, so it was in the black camera, so they did get mixed up a little bit. Okay. I will... Okay, channel 8, and we'll wait to see if... There we go, channel 8. Sorry, we didn't get to do it live. All right, so from there, I have an HDMI. So this is an HDMI out. That's what's gonna get plugged in. So I do need an HDMI cable. So I need to go back to the equipment box and grab one of those HDMI cables. And Doggy wants me to throw to her, so throw to her. Grab our HDMI cable. Boom. Now I wanted to be fancy. I tried getting red braided cables for the outs, just so that I could keep track of them, because it does get a little funky when cameras start overheating or the receivers or transmitters overheat. Trying to make sure we have the right one is always important, because especially when you're troubleshooting, you don't want to have to unplug everything just to get to the one that's needing to get to. All right, so now we have this plugged in to the production command station. I just got a notification on my computer letting me know that it is in fact camera, and it's asking us if we want help with the camera. But so let me get this station poised up so that you guys could see all the nonsense and the mess that I am dealing with right here. So let me back this up and frame up and get some room. Add some room over here. You guys will be able to see my whole desk. All right. That's why I wanted that on the articulating arm. Okay. We'll set up the other one differently here shortly. Now keep in mind there's no wires coming off this camera setup. So, boom. Hello everyone, what's going on? Janessa here. Okay, so for this one, we'll do picture-in-picture, just to have a little fun with this. So we'll pull up OBS. We're gonna go add a second camera. Add video capture device. This is going to be red camera. And there is a red camera, and those things are stupid expensive but phenomenal. They shoot in 8K and 10K and all kinds of really, really crazy stuff. They are amazing. But I will label this one red camera. It's going to be a USB video. Boom, right there. And we're going to connect. And with OBS, oh yeah, you guys can't see this because you're only going to get the feed live. But let's put that right in the corner. Well, actually, let's just, we'll cross-cut it. So we'll do that, and we'll... Yeah, I really don't know why that's coming off weird, but what have you. Oh, I think because I cropped it, that's why. Okay, so you guys will be able to see both angles right there. So, kind of what I was talking about. So we're gonna have a problem because I can't really. Mike's over here, camera's over here. So what I'll do is I'll just come over here to the side and get out of the way. So one of the things that I really like about Canon cameras, and hello over there. Hello right there. One thing that I like about Canon cameras is that their innate colorization. They have built-in LUTs. The native LUT on it is just phenomenal. I really like it. And my dog is getting into... You don't need to be getting there. I know you smell the rubber. They just have really good color altogether. And again, we have light that's coming this way. That is interfering with the sensors, and so the onboard computer could sit there and pull apart all of those and not wash out your scene. And that's what you don't want. Now I'm going to show you the difference between the low grade and the high grade, specifically with the lighting. So I know you guys can see me here. Do you see how that white is? It like as we get closer to the light, gets washed out, and you can't really see my hand anymore. So this is the difference between a high quality camera and a low quality camera, right? So this is going to work its ass off to try to adjust it and not get overpowered from the scene. But you can't really see the contours on my face all that well because you got just all this blinding light. That's why lighting is also very important with your production. I know I said sound, but you could look at this and it could sound good. You'd be okay. But if you're going to lose your audience right away. So you gotta remember that you do it accordingly. So if we, just me putting my hand over this light, it's going to work really hard to make that adjustment. And you don't want to be washed out in production. While at the same time, this camera, who's getting the light beamed directly into its lens, has the ability to isolate that light there, and then still have rich colors here. So all right. Which is what you want. You need that consistency in production because if you're always having to change things on the fly or reset all that other stuff. Especially on outdoor scenes when you're filming athletes or movement or firefighters or smoke or any of that other stuff. You want a camera that can pick all that up in a really good way. I got my honey over here. She's going to talk to me real quick. I'm just going to go off audio. Stand by, guys.
I'm ready.
Are you taking me to go eat? Mm-hmm. Look how good that... Did you see that demo? Watch, come over here. I just want to show you the demo. So I want to show this is Lynn. Say hi, Lynn.
Hello.
So I want to show her the demo, right? So when I get close up to here, if the camera has to adjust so that I don't get washed out, when I blind the camera, it's going to take a second to make that adjustment. It's going to shadow out behind me, so you're not going to get the color. But the more I am, the more I'm lit, the less contours you see. Versus, and this is a camera that is pointing the same way as the lighting, so it's not getting blinded by it.
Right.
This camera is getting blinded by that, and it still isolates it and gives you a proper.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
So.
Yay.
All right. So me and my honey, we're gonna go out and grab some breakfast real quick, and I'll come back and. What time is it, Lynn?
Just about 12:50.
12:50.
15.
Okay, I'm gonna need to pack up some of the stuff and then get going.
Okay.
Shoot. I should have had the EcoFlow on charge.
You're not charging and come back for it. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, maybe that's not gonna be a good idea. Okay.
Well, anyways,
I hope you guys liked all this demo. And thank you for those who jumped on and chatted with me. I hope you guys learned a little bit about production, some of the finer points. And again, you don't need to get this guy back in frame. You don't need to spend $1 million to put together good production. You just have to understand the components that make a good production and let them harmonize together. This setup, let's see. Let me calculate the setup. So. So all of this is about $2,700. And most of the time, you can only get like a body for that amount, and then you're buying, $5,000 to $2,000 lenses, and you're running a lot of wire. Whether they use what's it called? Not SGIs. What are they called? Whatever. These guys right here on the side. So it is possible just to keep it simple, stupid, and get a good quality image and good quality color and good quality dynamics on a camera that is going to be able to do a whole lot more for a whole lot less. So I appreciate you guys for joining me on the stream. If there's any questions, shoot me a private message. I would love to help anyone else who's interested in learning all this stuff. So you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.